Hey everyone, welcome back. So ish. Sometime around that. Patapon 1+2 replay, which by the way, I'm actually hyped for that game. I want to play Patapon again. Shadow Labyrinth, that we know is coming to, which is the like sort of funky Pac-Man psycho game. Super Robot Wars Y, Tekken 8, The Blood of the Dawnwalker, and Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. Now, if my dream here is that we actually get an Elden Ring Shadow drop, because I do feel that for the Switch, it might not need that much of a like lead up. However, at the same time, if they're doing a physical release, I don't think it's likely. And apparently from rumors, now she's like not answering. But I did learn that my headset is surprisingly good because I didn't lose the sound out in my backyard to my headset, which is actually pretty far away, you know, like through the walls and whatnot. So, you know what? Razer V2, man. Oh, yeah. Pretty good. But, yeah, so that being said, where were we? Yeah, so everything's good on the water side. It was just like a total false alarm. So yeah, what I was saying was Elden Ring. Yeah, Elden Ring's supposed to be physical. It's supposed to be physical, so that might put a little damper on the shadow drop. But they theoretically they could do both as well. They could be like Elden Ring is available now, physical copies coming out in like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like they could do both. It's big. It's a big enough game, and it's not going to affect their sales, because just so many people have been waiting for it. And you might get those crazies that buy both, that can't wait 2 weeks, buy it digitally, and then buy it physically in 2 weeks. Like they might cash in on that stuff. By the way, guys, don't forget, hit the like button, please. Help support the stream, helps out a lot. Please hit that like button, guys. Hey, Corey, how you doing, my man? Everyone's doing good. Well, I'm doing good today. Last, like, off day before my real vacation ends. Getting back to work on tomorrow. But I've got to say, I've got a special video for today, and it's deal related, but it's like I said, I wanted to do a little bit of different type of content on the channel, still very much deal focused, and like there still will be the general deal videos, but especially because by coincidence I'm off, I was editing and the sale like dropped as I was doing it. I'm like, hey, I can throw something together quickly, but you know, maintain quality, and it'll be hopefully you guys will. And we have, well, I said hi to Corey because I acknowledged your comment. Canadian chick is here. Once kilos. Unfortunately, we have Grovel. Rodrigo, MKF30. It was just the garden hose. Because like I had the garden hose and I turned it on, and you know I was using the spray gun to water like my like I have like a herb garden in the backyard, like on my patio, on my deck in the back. And I was using it to like water the herb garden because it's pretty hot today, and I just didn't close the you know, the valve on the wall to the hose because I might go back and give it a second shot a little bit later. Some I schedule, some I don't. It depends on the video. It depends when I do it. Like this, because it's a sale that dropped like right now, I'm most likely not going to schedule it. What I mean is I'm going to like put it out as soon as the video's ready, but a lot of them are scheduled. But by scheduled, I would say the most I schedule a video in advance is about a day. Like sometimes if I have 2 videos ready to go on the same day, I'll do like one at 6 p.m. and then the other one at 9 a.m. the next day, or, you know, depending on the type of video, afternoonish. No, to cover it in a fair way, because I agree. They don't want people re-uploading their trailers and re-uploading their content, but they are way too aggressive. Because, you know, like eShop deals is basically free publicity for all these game companies. There's like no reason why they wouldn't want their games in an eShop deals video, but because of how aggressive they are with it, it pops, and they don't care. Because their games sell so well no matter what that they don't really care. But it just sucks because as a creator, sometimes you want to talk about their game, but every time I put a Rockstar game in any video, it's annoying. Like, it's annoying because I have to do 3 times as much work on editing that section, and I have to run it through the YouTube algorithm a couple of times, and sometimes it still pops and I have to go work back at it. Blah blah blah. It's just one of those like annoying things, but you get used to. You know which companies they are, and I'm just using Rockstar. It's not to bitch against them directly, because I get why. In the box, and I'm looking forward to see if people are gonna like react to maybe a possible code in the box game coming out. I'm gonna send you to a Discord picture later. I went to a small S-Switch 2 event and got some goodies. Nice. I'm actually going to the Montreal Comic-Con on the weekend. I don't know if anyone is going to the Montreal Comic-Con on the weekend, but I'm gonna be there on Sunday. I wanted to be there on Saturday, but I really can't go on Saturday. I have prior engagements, but I will be there on Sunday. So if anyone is going to the Montreal Comic-Con and you want to say hi, I will be. I'd love to meet some of you in person if anyone's going to be there. So just don't be shy. Come say hi, and I'll be with my brother. So like. Not that you won't be disturbing anything, like we'll just be chilling and going around the convention floor. I see some people losing their mind over the screen controversy after what Digital Foundry said. You think OTS a big deal or overblown? Look, honestly, I go off of how I feel when I'm playing the games. And I have not... Like, I think a lot of people get hung up on the... And I'm a technical guy. I build computers and all that. So it's good to know that there's a difference, but to get hung up on it where you ruin your own experience by something that maybe you didn't even notice yourself. So if I'm not noticing it to the naked eye, why do I give a crap that it's there? And I'm not saying you'd never notice it, but so far I haven't noticed it enough where I'm like, oh my God, this is shit. You know what I mean? And I've been playing a lot in handheld, especially Fantasy Life I. I've been playing like in handheld almost exclusively. And we are looking at 9 minutes and 11 seconds. Sorry, the timer. I'm gonna scroll back up to the timer. On 4K TV, 4K 100 Hz TVs, the black screen is only visible on 4K 120 Hz TVs. I'm gonna go reread the Digital Foundry stuff because I read it on vacation, but really like, you know, like I went through it super quick. I'm gonna reread their stuff and see, but I personally think it's overblown for the moment. It's like some people that have been commenting like, "Oh, your game looks beautiful, but it's upscaled." Yeah, so like on the PCB next to the Switch 2 one and have the system go through the chip for the Switch 1 instead of going through the chip of the Switch 2. Obviously, that would have pushed up the price even more, and Nintendo didn't want that. So what they did is they created an emulator, which is a software that tricks the Switch 2 into thinking it's a Switch 1 and running the game through the Switch 2 chip. Okay? And basically, the only problem with that is that since it's software emulation of a hardware chip that is not really there, it can cause some graphical issues. Or it can just cause general issues in general, which is why some games aren't starting up, other games are having other issues. Because it's not a real chip, you're tricking the Switch 2 into acting like a Switch 1 chip through software. Which is the same thing as if you play a Game Boy game on an emulator on your computer. And you'll notice you'll have glitches. The disadvantage to that is you have those glitches. The advantage to that is that since you're actually running on the Switch 2 hardware, that's why the games are running better without needing patches. Because the games that had uncapped frame rates that just told the Switch 1, run this game as fast as you can, and when you can't, well, downscale the resolution, or, you know, downscale the frame rate for certain sections of the game. Well, on the Switch 2, it's not hitting that wall, so it's breaking through the wall, and it's just going, well, I can run it at 60 now, so I'm just gonna go run it at 60 instead of downgrading it. So emulation causes more glitches, but it can actually more easily use the better hardware to run the games better. Which is why, for example, if you have a Game Boy Advanced emulator, you sometimes have the ability to run your game at like 500% speed. Like if you're playing Pokemon, you can run games at 500% speed. Like if you're farming for certain Pokemon in the old school games, if you're running it through an emulator, you can run it at 500% speed. Why? Because the computer running the emulator is able to run the game 5 times faster than it was running originally. The reason you can't do that on a Game Boy Advanced is that the chip wouldn't be able to run the game. We just got our dev kit for the Switch 2 like the week before the game released. Oh, guys, we're getting started. So let's shift over, guys. 30 seconds left. And if you want, I'll stick around about like, you know, probably 20 to 30 minutes after the stream. We can talk more about that if you want. Countdown, guys. By the way, I've deactivated all ads. Okay, so you guys don't have to worry about ads. Ads are deactivated for the stream. So we're gonna watch this ad free, baby, and in full screen. Boom. Hey Ricardo, how you doing, my man? Hey Tony, Squirrel, welcome. Rodrigo, welcome, if I didn't say hi already.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Bandai Namco Summer Showcase live from Studio Odyssey. I'm Sydney Goodman, here to present today's exciting lineup of game news along with Connor Cahoon.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much to Bandai Namco Entertainment for having us here today with everyone watching online. Now, some of you out there may be familiar with the Summer Showcase, now in its 3rd year, But you may notice we're in a very
Yeah, it's the
different
game.
situation.
Was she the Game Awards lady?
It's very swanky. We have been
Possibly.
transported
I'm really
to
bad at
this
remembering who they
amazing
are.
Tokyo meets LA inspired city, where you can come along as we meet different game producers and reveal some brand new games and trailers.
Guys, I just want to check these settings. I just want to make sure we're running this at...
worldwide reveal. Sorry about that.
Games.
Sorry, I'm going to run it at 1080, guys. I could run it higher, but I don't want to just because it would affect the stream quality, okay?
Sorry about that. I'm so excited. I can't help myself.
I'm ready.
I know, guys. I know the Nintendo Switch Online subscriptions. I actually got a huge scare today. I'll talk to you guys about it after the stream, after the showcase. Canadian stuff is going to be more expensive for Nintendo, guys. If you don't know. If you're in Canada, Nintendo announced that everything's going up in price for Switch 1. Okay, let's go. My Hero Academia, guys.
This fire will continue to burn into the future.
This is honestly a pretty good, like, casual anime to watch.
Let's make sure they know we are here. Take this. We'll blast through to your main body. Come on, guys.
We're at 3 or 4 now, My Hero Academia. I know we have at least 2. Are we at 3 or are we at 4 already?
We haven't been able to talk about love and romance yet!
From now on, this is our story. He's badly injured. I've got to defeat him. Right, Izuku?
I also can't pretend I didn't see you crying in there!
Shut up, you insignificant pest! I'm going to stop you. Second gear. Third gear. Top gear!
I have to catch up with this. I'm like a season or 2 behind on the anime. Like I watched the season after the girl who like reverses time or like reverses powers.
We've known each other long enough, and you should know.
That little girl with the horn on her head. Like I watched that season and I watched the one after it, but that's where I'm at. So My Hero Academia All's Justice. Like that was a cinematic trailer, so it's very hard to know, like, is it just another battler? Center around the final battle, the climax of the original story. See, so this one will actually be going beyond where I've seen in the anime. Oh, that's why it's along. Okay, they're producing it along the final season. Damn.
最終決戦を体験いただけます。アニメの素晴らしいビジュアルを最大限に生かした美麗なグラフィックで迫力ある最終決戦を
Like I'd like to see just raw gameplay though.
本作にはアニメに
Like this looks maybe like an engine,
キャラクターを実装しています。
but it's hard to tell.
最終決戦で活躍した人気キャラクターたちが参戦し、あの時見せた新技や新形態
Oh
も
damn,
使用可能になり
Frenchie.
ます。
Hopefully are you
さらに
okay?
ヒロアカ家庭用ゲームでは初となる遊泳高校1年 A 組生徒が全員登場することも魅力の一つです。各キャラクターユニークの個性を忠実に再現したバトルをお楽しみください。
Like I'm trying to read at the same time as she's talking, but so yeah, it's gonna be another 3D battler. So they're going basically the exact same route they've done with all the animes, like since Naruto, and they're just like continuing the story as a 3D battler. Like that's pretty much what it looks like. So it's gonna probably feel like, well, you know, like along the same lines as we've gotten from basically we got like, well, Bleach is maybe feels a little bit different, but we've gotten the same with Naruto. We've gotten the same with Demon, not Demon Hunter, with yeah, Demon, whatchamacallit. The one with his sister in his on his backpack. His sister turns into a demon. Demon Slayer. Thank you. My God. English is hard. Demon Slayer. I'm like Demon Hunter, Demon something. It's Demon Slayer. The worst is I love Demon Slayer.
How was that for our first announcement, everyone?
Well, cool, but I would have rather seen some gameplay, guys.
Sorry for the energy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just
That
so
was
excited.
cringe.
No, thank you to Miyazaki-san and the development team for bringing
That was
their
really
passion
bad.
to this project and to our summer showcase stage. And as Miyazaki-san mentioned, I have Mr. Kohei Horikoshi's
Poor guy, man.
message right in front of me here. So let's read it, shall we?
That should be
Hello,
that should be
this is
clipped, man.
Kohei Horikoshi, the original creator of My Hero Academia. I'm so
Yeah, I'm
happy
glad
that
too,
they're
Frenchie, that
making
nothing
another
serious
game
happened,
now
man.
Now that the original manga is complete, I can't believe this is happening. In earlier games, I used Ida and Kirishima. This time, you can use all of Class 1A. So I'm already excited to see who I'll master. Also, the
All of
expressions
Class
are
1A, okay.
amazing. Everything on the screen is even more Plus Ultra than before. Let's all play together when it's released. Thank you, Horikoshi-san, for sharing this special message.
You can obviously tell he's reading from a teleprompter there. Like, I don't know, that sideways camera angle was really bad.
Follow Bandai Namco on social media to catch more news in the future.
Her lip liner's too dark. Let's analyze the fit on the hosts. Okay, what else you got for us, man?
We
Code
recently
Vein 2.
announced the return of Revenants in Code Vein 2. Let's check in with game producer Izuka-san to learn more about the mysterious girl Lou and her role in this gilded, time-traveling action RPG.
Well, she's okay. The guy is like Plus Ultra Scream was very cringe.
コードベインのシリーズ完全新作になります。コードベインは崩壊した近未来の世界で生きる吸血鬼たちが滅びの運命に抗うドラマティックなストーリー展開と手に汗握るチャレンジングな探索アクションが魅力のシリーズです。
Like these,
前作以上に進化したゲーム体験を
I understand because Capcom did the same thing with these, like, you know, Japanese audio and then basically having the translations subtitled at the bottom.
ぜひご期待ください。
But it really makes it hard to, like, especially for me trying to stream and follow this. Actually, hold on, guys. I just realized I'm hiding this for you guys. Let's do this. Okay, you guys will be able to read everything. My bad. Sorry about that. But yeah, it makes it really hard to, like, read, follow, and everything and react at the same time because, my God, you gotta focus on, like, the visuals, the reading, and everything. At least this one we're getting some gameplay shots because, like, this is gameplay. And the gameplay looks pretty nice.
時間を超えて展開するドラマティックなストーリーにぜひご期待ください。本作は PlayStation 5、Xbox シリーズ X、
Still no Switch 2, man.
にて
Honestly, I thought for the bigger publishers, it would more rapidly jump on to have, like, everything releasing, like, cross with the Switch 2 than it is. I'm surprised that it's taking this long.
Now, I know just thinking about the return of Code Vein is sure to get your blood pumping.
No, dude, man, he's alone this
If you really want
time.
your heart to skip a beat, then brace yourself for the delightful rhythmic adventures of Patapon Replay.
Now this I'm excited about. I know a lot of people are not going to give a crap about Patapon, but Patapon, man, I can't wait to replay these. I love them on PSP. And to be able to play them on Switch is actually pretty amazing.
Patapon 1+2 Replay.
Like, it's a strategy rhythm game, guys. And
Now,
it's...
of course, I can't talk about this
Is
game
that all
alone,
we
so
get?
Krista's here with me today to dive
Oh,
a
no,
little
okay.
deeper into the game and break it all down for us. So, Krista, how you doing?
I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about these cute little guys. We're not going to spend too long making you wait, but we have loaded up a small army of rhythmic warriors for today's demo.
Like, if you like games like...
Ready? Here we go.
like anything that combines, like, real-time combat or turn-based combat with rhythm games, you're gonna love Patapon.
Army of cute and mysterious little eyeball creatures named Patapon.
I mean, they look really cute right there.
And basically, you have to learn different rhythm combinations for different actions.
And as you
So like you see on the screen here, like square, square, square is advanced. So that, or square, 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 circle is advanced. Attack is circle, circle, square, circle. So you have to learn basically the pattern, like the four button patterns to get the guys to do what you need while you're fighting the level. And it has to be done in rhythm to the music that's playing. So the rhythm will be different based on the song that's playing.
You'd be impressed with how easily I would mess up for it, but it's pretty common.
Well, don't worry about that.
Hey Rick, hey everyone, what have I missed? Not much yet, Needles Dragon, to be honest. They just talked about Code Vein 2 and My Hero Academia, like I think it's the third entry, I would say.
Patapon, as they're doing a little rile up here. Big jump.
They got some airtime there.
See, we're fighting the Patapon eating plant named Shukl.
Naturally, of course that exists.
Yes.
Oh no.
And it's got these 3 arms that grab your little Patapon.
No. Okay, but they're safe right now. They're fine. We can still save them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They can break free.
Come on, Patapons. Come on. Lock in.
I think we're good.
Okay, looks good so far.
Oh no, 2 of them are being swallowed.
Oh no.
Just a little bit.
They'll be fine, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think they're doing a really bad job of explaining the game.
In the corner can be buried, and then your Patapons can come back and help you out again.
Wonderful, wonderful. And the whole time I have to keep pressing things to the beat and be on point.
Yes, but you know, with this game, you don't have to be super precise.
Okay.
As long as the Patapon respond, you'll continue to march on, just like them.
Okay, I've got that. So I noticed that we're fighting this monster. Is it only boss levels in this? Or
well, she's supposed to be someone who worked on the game.
Hunting mode, battling the Zigatons that you see along the way, and there's other mini games that kind of keep you motivated to the long journey.
Okay.
Oh, I think they died to it because they're fighting it again.
They're not stopping their attack.
No. Oh, there was a big plume of smoke right there. That was a...
Yeah, they did.
Like some sleep gas, yeah.
Okay, they're back up now.
We're riling them up right now.
And that's one of the commands?
Yes, and you can see with the successful attacks, he's losing some arms.
Oh, yeah, he's lost one.
So I think the Patapons are doing a good job despite being a little eepy.
Okay, one arm just came back.
So basically, you have to react to visual triggers, okay? Because you're basically going to learn the boss, like the boss's visual triggers, and you're going to have to react like a second before they happen. So if you preview that the boss is going to attack, you're going to hit protect. So triangle, square, circle, or for the Switch would be X, X, Y, Y, A. Y, A, yeah.
Well, I see that the Patapons have pushed them back a little bit here. We're making some progress. Okay, maybe. All right. Okay, I spoke too soon.
And unfortunately, your dudes can die, so sometimes you can just lose too many of them, where you just don't have the you see, like here, they're all asleep except like 3 dudes.
Square, circle, X, triangle. Okay, easily. That would be simple. Okay.
Big jump.
And each button corresponds to a sound. So if it's easier for you to remember, you can actually remember the sounds, like pawn, pawn, pada, pawn, don, don, chaka, bon, like whatever. Yeah. I don't remember all of them, but yeah.
Okay, but it looks like maybe we did it.
I think they just did it.
Yes. Okay.
Your Patapons are safe.
Okay, good. Okay, we'll survive another day. Oh my gosh, thank God I wasn't playing.
Anyway, trust me, guys, even though these guys are doing a shit job of explaining Patapon, it's actually a really freaking cool game. Well, this is going to be on the Switch. I'm almost 100% sure they already confirmed it. Patapon Collection 1 and 2, but we already knew about it.
Switch and PCs.
Yeah.
Only 1 week to go. So, thank you once again, Krista, for taking
Hey, Alex, how you doing, my man?
step in our journey to Earth End.
I know, guys. Alex is here. Please act normal for like 10 minutes at least. By the way, if you hear me drumming, I'm drumming on my dog. Okay. He's laying on me. And it keeps him quiet. Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. This looks good.
This far-off mystic realm where the game launches September 19th. Today, we'll hear from game producer Nagaoka-san as he takes us deeper into the game mechanics and some brand new gameplay.
I'm feeling that too, because like even the Code Vein 2 is not confirmed for the Switch. So either it's really not coming, or it's just that they have deals not to reveal it before Nintendo reveals it. So let's see this. Towa and the Guardians of Something Majug.
ぜひ最後までご覧いただけると嬉しいです。本作はオリエンタルな世界観の中で刀と杖を駆使したハイスピードなアクションが楽しめるローグライト。
Okay, so it's Bandai Namco's version of Hades-ish gameplay. I feel like we've seen this one before. Isn't this the one with the half-human heroes? Or am I thinking of another game right now? There's no direct confirmed for the moment. We're talking like we're presuming that there will be a direct pretty soon, because right now, like there isn't much third-party announced for the Switch 2 outside of the few games that we know are coming.
ゲームの拠点となる里では主人公トワを操作して8人の仲間たちの能力の強化や刀作りなどを行ってダンジョンを
Roguelikes, I'm becoming a little more selective because you're right that like it's getting like a bit much like in the genre. But as soon as they're offering something fresh, I get into it. Like I'm playing a Mega Man roguelike right now, not 30XX, a different one, and it's okay. But we're going to talk about that at another time. I'm just going to say that the gameplay we saw looked clean, but it didn't look... Like, I haven't seen anything that really makes me go like, wow, I haven't seen that before. That's maybe the issue I'm having here so far with this one. And that's why I made the joke about it being like Bandai Namco's Hades, because like you've got that isometric viewpoint, you've got, you know, the action gameplay focus. This one is coming to Switch. Okay, so we've got another game. Towa and the Guardians is coming to Switch. Yeah, it's a cutesy Hades. I'm wondering how the dual protagonist thing works, though. Because you seem to be controlling both at once. Unless this is like two-player gameplay and we just haven't been noticing it.
実際チュートリアルのキャラクターはレッカちゃんになっています。錦はかなりインパクトのある見た目をしていますが、実はとても信心深く硬派なキャラクターです。モニヤ神という神を信仰しており、善行を積めばいつかモニヤ神に出会えるという教えを信じて、つつ裏々旅を続けており、魔月討伐も人助けの一環として参加しています。
Someone directly, you think he's easy to use, okay. Mobile attacks, way to avoid a range of combos. Okay, so I'm guessing you're alternating control between the two, and the second one just follows you around, giving you like random assists from time to time? Okay, and there's more characters than that, so they're only showing off these two, but there's way more. There seems to be way more than that. Now that could be original. Like honestly, I like Hades, but the fact that you're always locked to the one character, well, in the second one you're not necessarily, but yeah. Death Note Killer Within. Okay, so it's going to be deck-based, because we seem to be using cards. I like the Death Note anime. I'm just not sure about this game, man. Like, it's not making me feel very, very, very Death Note-y. Yeah, it's not exciting me, man. Summer 2025. Okay.
Pac-Man is one of the most
This game I'm
recognizable
very
characters
interested in.
all of gaming.
This is probably
But a dark alternate take on the iconic Hungry Hero as a 2D action platformer is coming when Shadow
like if they
Labyrinth
let the
launches
developers
July
go enough
18th.
off the rails
And
to
Noah
really
is
do
here to
some
talk more
crazy
about it.
shit, this could be
It's going
really fun.
fantastic.
Good. You actually helped us to announce Shadow Labyrinth at the Game Awards last December.
Okay,
I
so
did. It
she
a
was the
great
girl
honor,
from the
and I am
Game
glad
Awards.
to
You guys
be
were
the
right.
harbinger of Dark Pac-Man and revealing some new gameplay today.
That's right. In Shadow Labyrinth, players will take on the role of Swordsman number 8.
And if you guys saw
accompanied
the
by a
Amazon
familiar-looking
show
yellow
with
orb
this
known as
featured in an
Puck.
episode,
Mysterious and hostile.
it made me even more
Puck,
excited
as
for the
in
game.
Puck-Man, the arcade game's original name?
That's right. You really know your Pac lore.
There's lore?
Okay, what if I told you that the Amazon Prime Video secret level Pac-Man episode is a prequel to the events of Shadow Labyrinth? And
That makes
Shadow
sense.
Labyrinth story takes place in an interconnected universe whose timeline canonically connects games like Bosconian and
I
Dig
love
Dug.
that,
There's
yes,
even
that we saw that there's
references to
actual
Slaughterhouse.
Pac-Man games
Oh my
in
God,
the
well,
game.
that is crazy,
Like
and
they
I'm
seem
so
to be
here for it.
Pac-Man
I
mini
also really
games,
like
and
how
that
the
actually
Pac-Man
really
maze
got me
inspired
excited
the
last time.
massive map.
Because I really thought it was like a
Very
stupid
Pac-Man
cash-in on the
and you can
Pac-Man
beat
IP
your
that had
enemies.
very little
Pac-Man and
connection
I
to
have
it,
that in common.
till I saw that there's actual mini
But
game
isn't
levels
the most
that are
important thing about
Pac-Man
Pac-Man?
levels.
So are there other Pac-Man things twisted to the dark side?
Yes, and Seigo Aizawa, Shadow Labyrinth's producer, has prepared a message just about that.
And we're gonna see once more. Good.
皆さんこんにちは。7月18日発売予定の Shadow Labyrinth
Man, we're only a couple of weeks out.
今年はパックマン45周年でメイクインパクトがテーマになります。
Make impact. Ha ha ha.
今回はゲーム内で対峙することとなる G ホストと呼ばれる存在の
Reveal the ghost enemy you'll encounter deep in the
ゲー
game.
ムプレイをお見せしたいと思います。パックマンでおなじみの敵キャラゴーストたちを再解釈したシャドウラビリンス版 G ホストをお楽しみください。勘のいい方であれば何かにお気づきになるかもしれませんね。それではスタジオにお戻しします。どうぞ。
Yes, let's go back to the studio. Let's see some gameplay, guys.
Thank you, Aizawa-san, and a happy 45th anniversary.
Like, what was
to
the point of
Pac-Man.
that?
That's right. 45
Why did they have to have
amazing
him
games.
say like
And we knew that this being
4
European
lines?
Pac, it was the right time to bring players a Pac-Man experience like never before.
They sometimes do
Well,
weird
I'm
things
excited to see
just
it
for the
because
like
the
you're wondering like
Aizawa-san
couldn't they just say
mentioned
that
some
part?
Exclusive gameplay?
That's right. Let's jump into it.
Okay, let's
Perfect.
take a look.
Well, off the bat, where in the game are we?
Okay, so spoilers. We are deep into the game. You're seeing a whole bunch of things that a player would have already earned, and we're going to see a boss.
Okay,
battle
I have a
that
real
is
problem
really
with their
fun.
presentation.
So, that being
Okay.
said, let's jump in. Before we go,
Why
we need
is this
to
not
equip
full
some
screen?
perks.
Look at how
Okay, so
much
perks,
this
tell
crap
me
is
what I'm
taking
looking
up
at here.
So,
compared to
so
the
I mentioned
gameplay that they're
here,
trying to
basically, you
showcase.
get to customize
This
the
should be
loading.
60% of the
These will
screen, and
enhance
all
your
this other
abilities.
crap should be
They're
like
required
40%.
for crafting in the game, and we gave ourselves a little bit more health, as you can see.
Okay,
and the
thank
ability
you.
to dash
God.
larger, which will help in the battle.
Perfect. So it sounds like
Sorry, man,
you
that I'm
customize your
complaining,
loadout.
but
Exactly,
come on.
yeah. Just suit
I was
your
like, dude,
playstyle
I'm not
depending on
watching
what
on
you
a
got.
small screen on a screen.
And then these towers with classic Pac-Man ghost colors?
Let's listen.
Right, so that location will look familiar to people who saw the Amazon Prime secret level Pac-Man episode. Very familiar there. And each of those colors, of course, corresponds to the 4 ghosts. But in this game, they're known as the
Oh, we're back to the hosts.
G-hosts. And there's a G-host dropping in right now.
That's right. Parasitic organisms that you encounter multiple times throughout the course of the game. But this is the battle with the final form of the G-host based on Blinky. Right on cue. Red Brogza Terius Gilba.
Oh my gosh, that's a mouthful.
It is. It is. Brogza is basically.
So this is based around
term
Blinky,
for
the red
form,
ghost.
And Terius final Gilba hand. So there you go. And this guy is really powerful right off the bat. Focusing on the combat here, dodging and slashing, you have to be super precise to even survive here.
Yeah, there's the dodge. I'm saying
I'm still super hyped for it, okay? I'm complaining about how they're presenting it, but this game still looks freaking crazy.
And blue means you need to get the heck out of the way.
Okay, so he has a stun gauge at the bottom there.
Perfect. Well, okay, let's talk a little bit about, I'm seeing bottom left-hand corner. There's a red flashing, there's a blue.
That's right. So On the left, we've got our parry equipped because you can choose whether or not to. Oh wait, hold on that point. This is Gaia. So this is basically the power pellet of this game. It makes you super OP. You can really wreck house with enemies, but it's time limited. That meter on the top left that just expired was our Gaia.
Okay. We'll go back to talking about that bottom left-hand corner, but I want to stay on Gaia for a second. So
She's like, dude, I want to talk about the bottom left-hand corner.
So throughout the course of the game, you can kill enemies, but you can also stun them and then eat them. And then that helps.
So are we filling the stun gauge, or we're trying to empty the stun gauge? I think we're trying to fill it here.
That Gaia meter so you can get back into super OP mode.
Okay. So now going back to the bottom left. It's
Now back to the bottom left. And she's making me laugh.
One of those is offensive. Is that always the case?
That's right. So you would have seen. So it can be the case depending on what you equip.
Oh, okay.
And but right now, the left trigger is parry, and the right trigger is, or the right triangle is puck spark, which is basically a stun move. And you would have seen that when we execute that, the boss will turn white, just like that. To allow us to sort of get in some extra hits there as we try to dodge this huge attack with our active grappling hook.
So basically, you're going to be equipping your attacks.
Shot up. What is that?
Like honestly, it feels like Ender Magnolia or Ender.
In larger, smaller chunks.
It feels like that kind of idea where you're equipping abilities that, like, even your basic attack is going to be an equipped ability. Ender Lilies, thank you.
So you need to be really careful with what your moves are and be strategic, because otherwise, if you run out of ESP, then you won't be able to do anything and you'll be dead in the water.
You can't even dodge?
You can't dodge.
I want to see what happens when the stun gauge is filled.
So all about managing
oh, there it is.
bar.
There it is.
Speaking of managing bars, we got his stun meter all the way to the top there just a moment ago. So red was totally out of commission for a couple of seconds there, letting us get some really great downward slashes.
Perfect. And then we're stunned again. That white.
That's right.
Red's
yeah.
white.
So that was.
No, we're not stunned again. He's stunned again.
Equipped to the triangle button, and there's a bunch of different ones that are different types of attacks that you want to use in different areas of the game. But Puck Spark was really the best friend for us to equip in this battle.
And we haven't talked about top right, 521.
Right.
What the heck is going on
So
over there?
so that's aura. It's yellow. It looks like a pack dot. That's done on purpose. These are collected throughout the game. It's one of the game's, saying game a lot, in-game currency, and you use that to upgrade your sword strength, your health, and a couple of other things as well.
Okay.
There we go.
And we got him.
They killed him finally.
But we got him.
We can move on now.
We got him.
We can move on from the bottom,
But this is only
the bottom
one
left
of
corner,
4
guys.
Of the G hosts that you will encounter.
We can move
throughout
on
the
from
game,
the
but
bottom
some
left corner.
Big final battles at the end.
But dude, what about the bottom left corner?
Does that stand for something?
The G does stand for something, but
I swear, if she said it one more time.
reveal that just yet.
Just out of time. Just out of time. Well, thank you so much for that reveal and deep dive. When does Shadow Labyrinth?
We're such bitches, man. All we are is complaining about like the hosts, but it's okay.
There is a really cool collector's edition available from the Bandai Namco store. It includes a game map that has UV activated secrets, pins, like my little.
I'm still excited about this game, okay? They're trying their hardest to ruin it for all of us, but I'm still excited about
The
it.
Shadow Labyrinth channel in the official Pac-Man Discord server, and follow Shadow Labyrinth Game on Instagram.
Thanks.
It's time to navigate through a brand new world of delusions in Little Nightmares 3.
Oh, are we getting a Switch 2 update on this one?
Are you ready to face your childhood fears? Perfect, because we recently revealed that the highly anticipated atmospheric adventure game Little Nightmares 3 is launching on October 10th, and a playable demo will be coming to San Diego Comic-Con. Now let's take a look at
When's
the
San Diego
latest stage
Comic-Con?
revealed in last
Guys,
week's
I need you.
showcase.
San Diego Comic-Con, when is it?
Hi, I'm Coralie Feniello, producer on Little Nightmares 3. The game will release on October 10th, 2025, and I can't wait to see our fans and players dive into
She's
this
French.
exciting yet disturbing new nightmare. In Little Nightmares 3, you'll follow the journey of Flo and Alone. Our two friends are traveling through several locations, trying to find a way out of the
Third
nowhere.
weekend of July, thanks.
Now, let's have a sneak peek at one of these places.
I hope they make it public though after that, because like I hope you don't have to attend San Diego Comic-Con, or you know what I mean, and not be able to play it after that. because that is definitely one I would want to do a demo gameplay video on. Look, I think you guys know I'm hyped for this one because the first 2 games were great. If they don't fuck it up, this one's going to be pretty good too, probably. The story has kept you in. You found the gameplay to be mid. I don't know. I found the second one had a nice evolution from the first. Or are you saying like this one, what you've seen so far? Bandai Namco and their 80% cinematic trailers, man. They need to put more gameplay in this stuff. Like, we did see tidbits here and there, but we didn't see, like, let's say 30 seconds of raw gameplay would have been nice. So Switch 2, guys. Switch 1 and 2. So we are getting a Switch 2 version. Fudge, yeah, baby. Switch 2. Confirmed. Nice. Yeah, she used to be at IGN, you're right. You are right that she used to... Isn't it's Sydney Chobot? Wasn't it like Chobot? Is that her actual last name, or am I just like remembering that randomly?
Because it's time to party in everybody's golf hot shots.
She's like looking off to the side. She's like, when can I leave? Look. She's looking, when can she escape?
Welcome, Krista.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be back. And before
She's like, dude, when can I escape? When can I get away from this guy?
Mini golf.
I think I've seen you play mini golf before.
I'm so sorry. I'm not very good at all.
But fortunately, today's game is truly for everyone. Everybody's golf hot shots is a return to
Oh, I actually really like. Well, I liked some of the entries in Hot Shots Golf.
I love the splash shot. It looks phenomenal. Oh.
We got single player here, but there's so many different things. There's
The last few have felt like meh, mediocre.
wacky golf, I want to shout out.
Okay.
We're gonna hop to some solo mode. There's lots of places to golf around the world.
I know the teleprompter's to the side. I'm just joking because it gives the illusion that she's like, dude, can I leave now? Can I leave now?
In any installment of this game.
Okay,
But we're gonna go with our very favorite Pac-Man.
Of course, Pac-Man's in the game. I didn't know Pac-Man played golf.
You can play Pac-Man as an early unlock, and yes, he's gonna crush it at golf, actually.
Okay, he's experienced.
Like Hot Shots Golf is just fun if you're looking for a casual golf simulator, but that's serious enough that you feel that you're really playing golf.
That's a high-level strat. All right.
But the best thing about everybody's golf is that it might seem like a fancy sport, but the controls are really straightforward.
Exactly what I just said. Casual, but it's still serious enough that you feel like you're playing golf.
There's no rush, it's golf. Let's try. Okay, so we've got Pac-Man lining up another shot here as well.
You just pick your power, and then you swing. So that's only 3 buttons.
So simple.
And we're already this close to the hole.
Okay, I think Pac-Man's had a little bit of practice. I think he's quite good at this.
I do believe he's under par right now.
Hey, what's up, Wild One?
So I was unfamiliar with this game, and now I'm seeing it for myself. But going for kind of interesting. Not a putter? Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Soda, no thank you, my man.
It didn't matter, of course.
Of course you had it in the bag. Who am I to judge?
He's just here to show off now, really.
Yeah.
Have a nice one.
Does he showboat? Yes, he does. Lovely.
Beautiful.
Okay, nice.
I'm not against religion or anything, but dude, that had no, like, that is totally random.
Yeah, it looks
Like,
the rain's
whatever.
It does look like the UK.
Yeah, I really like Hot Shots Golf. I especially like the first few entries, like, especially the one on PSP was freaking amazing. It's probably one of the PSP games I played the most. I think I might actually still have it.
Can't imagine that playing in the night and the rain is...
I have to go look at my PSP collection because I got rid of some of it. But I think I actually still have Hot Shots.
Seems like Pac-Man likes the rain today.
He's living his best life. He needs to get his set in. Okay.
Oh, and to adjust.
Hey, Boston Bugsy, how you doing, my man?
Looks like we're putting some spin on the ball right here. And it looks like lined up just the perfect shot.
Nice shot. Beautiful, Pac-Man. And there, oh my gosh, it's cinema. That's an amazing shot.
It's just a little short though.
Okay, so I mean, it seems like pretty easy for a
That Curse to Golf is really fun.
Yeah.
It was too bad there was like a little glitch when it first came out, but it's been fixed, by the way. But Curse to Golf, when it's on sale for like under $5, if you guys haven't played that game yet, it's like I really think anyone can love that game, whether you like golf or not.
And it is.
That's a nice shot. That looks great.
A beautiful arc into a tornado.
Wait, is that a hole-in-one?
That's a hole-in-one.
It's absolute cinema, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man knew something that we didn't.
Okay, so there's like special effects on some of the holes.
Tons of accessibility features, or if you want to make your game harder or easier with larger cups or tornadoes, makes that course just a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe I could even get a hole-in-one.
Yeah, I think you could.
Well, thank you so much, Chris, for taking.
Pre-order and early unlock Pac-Man. Early unlock. That means you can still get him if you don't pre-order the game, guys. Don't like.
To become golfers, gamers.
I love this series, but don't pre-order games. At least not digitally.
Up next is the grid-based tactical combat RPG, Super Robot Wars Y.
Super Robot Wars Y.
Pilots, the ultimate robot anime clash returns in Super Robot Wars Y. With over 20 featured series, this grid-based tactical combat RPG will be ready for action on August 20th.
Your N64 Switch 2 controllers arriving today. That's awesome, my man.
Game producer Towa-san.
Yeah, Curse to Golf is hard. But I would say it's still like if you play it enough times, you'll eventually get through it.
Super Robot Wars Y. Pre-order now.
皆さんこんにちは。私スーパーロボット対戦 Y のプロデューサーを務めますトマコータと申します。本日はスーパーロボット対戦シリーズの魅力についてご紹介してまいります。
Some of the defining elements of the Super Robot Wars series. So basically, all the robot series collide. Yay! Wow, man, that's a shit ton. Rain Dean, The Brave, New Story, Aura Battler, Mobile Suit Gundam. Oh my god, they went too quick.
鍛え抜いたロボットで構成した自分だけの部隊を率いてさまざまなミッションを攻略していきます。
Yeah, honestly, this is I like the Super Robot Wars series, and I'm really hoping we start getting regular Western releases to all of them. Because having to pay like a premium at the beginning because you have to import them always hurts. The graphics is a 3 out of 10. Yeah, but it's a tactical gameplay thing. It's not about the graphics, man.
プレイヤーはアドベンチャーパートで戦闘に至るまでのストーリーを読み、その後シミュレーションパートに進むことで、より没入感のあるシナリオ体験を得ることができます。
Yeah, you have to be really like for just going back to Curse to Golf, you have to be really stingy with the power-ups. You have to really be stingy with the power-ups because that's really gonna be what's gonna like you really have to use the least efficient one whenever it's like the least efficient one. You have to use you have to keep the really big guns for like the right moments.
使用回数に応じてランクアップし強力になっていきます。この使えば使うほど成長するというのがポイントでして、従来のシリーズでは強化育成の要素がロボットやパイロットといった戦闘キャラクター中心でしたが、ヒロインやサブキャラといった直接戦闘に参加しないキャラにも愛を注ぐことができるようになりました。最後に改めて発売日と予約特典についてお伝えさせていただきます。
But does this mean we're getting a Western release for this one this time? August 28th for PlayStation and Steam. Slightly less exciting now.
プレイヤブル機体や追加ミッションなどが手に入りますので、ぜひストアなどで詳細をご確認ください。
Slightly less exciting now. Okay, guys, it's time to blow us away with like a shadow drop announcement or something like that. I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. Seeing the flow of this presentation, I think we're gonna get like trailers like this for each one of them.
以上でスーパーロボット対戦 Y の魅力についてお伝えさせていただきました。私はスーパーロボット対戦は
Like it's another, and like so far, the one thing I'm gonna say, other than the Pac-Man Labyrinth game, these are very safe releases that they're going with. Like if you look at each one of the games, there are a sequel to a previous game, and they're not pushing the envelope too far from the previous games. They're basically continuing what worked for the previous games. They're expanding rosters, they're adding new series in, but they're staying very safe with the releases. Now this looks pretty good. Honestly, I like these sort of like really anime cartoony graphics over like digital backgrounds. No man, the Super Robot Wars series is fun. It's just like crazy fun if you like mecha games and you just want to see. What? Damn, Godzilla, baby. Okay, then this is coming to Nintendo Switch as well. Awesome. I found that weird that they previously said, I was almost sure I'd seen it for Switch, but they said like PlayStation and Steam, it is coming to Switch as well.
The Blood of Dawnwalker, an upcoming single-player open-world dark fantasy AAA RPG.
Now this one is another one that I'm looking forward to.
Team from Rebel Wolves here to share a bit more.
Well, did they say? I think Voltron was in the series. They said, right? Because Voltron has been in them before. I'm pretty sure. This I'm interested in. Open world dark series where it looks like a vampire Witcher.
Watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives. We should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule.
I'm really hoping this is getting a Switch 2 release. I don't think it's going to get a Switch 1 release, but I'm really hoping it gets a Switch 2 release.
Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them.
But you become a dog walker.
Something else instead.
We're Blade, guys. This is like medieval Blade. That's right. They're stealing the Blade concept, but making it medieval, so no copyright problems. Oh, and they made him white too. They whitewashed Blade, guys. I'm actually really looking forward to this one. If it's done well, man, this could be really good. That's a good question, Canadian chick. No one knows what happened to the Blade game.
Producer here at the studio. We'd like to tell you a bit about our upcoming game, The Blood of Dawnwalker. It's a dark fantasy single-player open-world RPG set in medieval Europe in Vale Sangora, a remote valley where old legends are becoming real and vampires are stepping out of the shadows.
You play as Cohen, human by day, vampire by night. As a Dawnwalker, he's caught between two worlds. His goal, to save his family from vampire lord Brancis.
The story really changes depending on how you play. We call it a narrative sandbox. You choose what to do.
I wonder if the 22 days left is like the 22 days for the whole game. Like, do you actually start with a timer? Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on.
Fighting skills and magic.
At the top here, you have 22 days left.
Stronger with more powerful abilities. But those abilities
Like,
come at a
and
cost.
every image of the trailer so far has shown 22 days left. I'm wondering if this is one of those games where you're gonna have a timer for the whole game.
For RPGs. It's built to fully immerse
See?
you, keep you engaged, and leave lasting memories.
Every capture, however, has said 22.
The QR code visible on the screen. And please don't forget to follow our channels. We're just getting started with the Blood of Dawnwalker, and there's much more we can't wait to show you.
I was just messing with the whitewashing shit. I'm just trying to be dumb. Oh wait, did I see did it say Switch or not? Dude, I was give me I'll fast forward, don't worry.
Sometimes you might
Engaged and leave lasting memories.
You can check out 20 minutes of our gameplay by scanning the QR code visible on the screen.
Oh man, 20 minutes.
Please don't forget to follow our channel.
Did not say
We're
Switch.
Just getting started with the Blood of Dawnwalker, and there's much more we can't wait to show you.
Okay, we'll be like 30 seconds behind, guys. But I just really wanted to confirm. My bad.
Now in its 30th year and 8th main
Are we getting Tekken on Switch 2, guys? This is one of the big things I was tuning in for. Are we getting Tekken 8 on Switch 2?
Deeper look into the lore of Ram, the latest character addition to Tekken 8. Coming to
Oh, please let this not only be a character showcase.
Hello, this is Michael, producer of Tekken 8. Tekken 8 is the latest numbered entry in the legendary 3D fighting game series, delivering the most exhilarating and intense battles in the franchise's history. Today, I'd like to introduce the second additional character of Season 2, Kakarot.
He's a Muay Thai, obviously. You can already tell visually by like...
Kakarot is a national hero of Thailand and an undefeated Muay Thai champion who reigns supreme. He made his first appearance in Tekken 7, instantly standing
Oh, you see, I
out
didn't even
with
play
a
7, so I didn't even know he was
over
there.
2 meters tall, and the striking markings on his body. These patterns are known as Lichtenberg figures, or lightning scars, said to have been etched into his skin when he miraculously survived a lightning strike as a child.
Damn.
Also known as the title Thunderstruck, he is known for his overwhelming power and high fight IQ in the ring.
What about the new
On his
tattoo?
back, Barkamram bears a sakyant, a traditional Thai tattoo with spiritual meaning.
Oh,
This
dude,
intricate
man.
design was personally drawn by
So many bad thoughts in my mind right now that I have to
each of the
stop,
two
like,
sections,
not
upper
say.
and lower, carries its own distinct significance. Traditionally, sakyant normally are kind of a ward that protects.
I can't, guys. I'll get in trouble.
But it also has various meanings, which could be strength, courage, health, or even success. So particularly the tiger itself is usually used to symbol courage or strength.
Yeah, oh, that's really awesome, man. Where's
I
Gamescom?
hope players will take note of this detailed element.
Is it,
The deep cultural roots of both Thailand and
Is it
Muay Thai.
Germany? That's what I thought.
The
Yeah,
monk actually performed a blessing ceremony to
that's
pray for
awesome,
the
man.
success of
Yeah, and you're like right. You're like in the right part of the world to easily go there.
For motion capture, the team worked with Nadaka Yoshinari, the first Japanese fighter ever to unify both prestigious Muay Thai titles, Rajadamnan and Lumpini. And we have him here today.
鉄拳ファンの皆さん、こんにちは。ワスポーツジムの石原奈々です。よろしくお願いします。
By incorporating Nadaka's movements, the team was able to deliver animations that truly capture the authenticity and impact of Muay Thai.
Like, I don't want to be mean, but motion capture isn't really something super new. It's awesome. It's awesome they did it, but like that's pretty much how they do it for all like fighting games now that are trying to have like realistic
そうですね。まあ初めて自分モーションキャプチャーをやらせてもらったんですけど、
like realistic movement to their characters.
重みのある攻撃とキレのある攻撃っていうのが忠実に再現されていてすごく感動しました。
Dude, I'm holding back so bad, Frenchie mom. Dude, so bad.
This character specializes in
Like poor guy there, but like have him drive like the little like train thing in Thailand to show the tattoos. I was like, what's the point? And anyway,
single hits rather than relying on a flurry of smaller attacks, then this is the character for you.
like I have no problem with the dude. It's like that they're putting him in like situations that are just weird and pointless for the trailer.
contributing to the carefully crafted motion and design. Experience the exhilarating one-hit knockout potential that Falcon Rom brings to life.
But I'm not gonna lie though, the character looks interesting.
He's actually personally one of my favorite characters in the series to date, so I can't wait to have everyone have their hands on him. Falcon Rom will be available for early access starting July 8th or July 7th.
And I'm pretty sure, Alex, that previous characters are all using motion capture from that they've done in the past. Like, I think since Tekken 4, they've been doing motion capture. Like when you start up Tekken 4, the kata that Jin is doing at the beginning is actually a kata from the karate style I used to do. When he does his kata, I was like, what the fudge? That's the freaking kata we do.
Anime series through a two-part playable experience in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. You can enjoy this downloadable content.
This is cool. Kakarot was a really good Dragon Ball game. I'm glad it's getting DLC. Oh, but part 1, they're doing it in 2 parts. That feels wrong, man. Daima wasn't long enough for a series to merit 2 parts. That's like a cash-in. Yes, yes, Damon. You're good.
Joined by Glorio, Supreme Kai, and Pansy.
It's got me really pumped up.
Part 1 unfolds in the third demon world, a realm of mysterious creatures and floating islands, revealing a world completely unlike Earth.
I make a cameo? What?
With volcanic gases weighing down the air and making flight a real challenge. But fret not.
Yeah, this would need a Switch 2 update. Because it was locked, if I'm not mistaken, right? It was locked at 30 on Switch, so it's not really profiting from the upscaled, and the graphics were... I'm pretty sure it was locked. Like, it ran okay on Switch 1, it just ran way better on the other systems, and I'm pretty sure Switch 2 could match it.
Hidden on the floating islands, so be sure to explore thoroughly.
Man, I'm really disappointed we didn't get a Tekken going to Switch 2 confirmation or even news. Like I would have been satisfied with like coming for 2026 or something like that. And I'm really surprised they're not porting Tekken 8. I don't know, maybe it's too much.
Against trolls, goblins, and other creatures that inhabit the third demon world. Some enemies will use attacks that can cause status effects like burns and poison. So get
got it.
Take on more intense battles. Medibugs are the key to curing status effects, so keep an eye out and gather as many as you can to stay prepared. Your companions, Glorio, Supreme Kai, and Pansy, each bring unique abilities to support Goku. Work together and overcome enemies.
I'm glad this one we're getting a decent amount of gameplay though. Looks good, but it's DLC, so we already knew sort of what to expect from the game, the base gameplay.
Hunting, and other familiar activities from the main story are still here for you to enjoy. This downloadable content is packed with tons of exciting content, so jump in and explore the third demon world to your heart's content.
Ugh, he's like
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Daima, Adventure through the Demon Realm Part 1.
Lay on my shoulder. Sorry guys, he's like moving around and trying to get comfy.
The Demon Realms pack will also be available for sale.
So obviously it's coming to Switch because the original game was on Switch. That's not much like news.
Unravel a mystery through time and parallel worlds.
Oh, the new Digimon game, Time Stranger.
Digimon Story Time Stranger to learn more about the features of this riveting RPG.
Dude, I'm so hot right now because he's laying on me. It's insane though. This guy's like a furnace.
ゲームの紹介に入る前にまずはこれまで公開してきたゲーム映像を振り返ってみましょう。
Honestly, I really like the last Digimon games. I like where they're going with the series. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I like where they're going with the series, especially when they go into the heavier RPG ones. Like the one where it was sort of half like a visual novel, maybe a little bit less, but like Cyber Story and stuff. I've really been liking those entries. 450 Digimon. Sorry guys, I keep hitting the microphone now. He does and doesn't. Basically, he's a lot younger than Topaz. Topaz is sitting actually right there on the side. So he gets along with her, but he wants to play with her and she doesn't. So eventually when he harasses her too much, she basically just runs away. I know, I honestly, when I was a kid, I liked Digimon way more than Pokemon. When I'm talking about the anime, the story and the anime. Obviously the games, I always like Pokemon more. But like from an anime perspective and a story perspective, I found that Digimon was way better.
気がつくと世界は8年前に戻っていました。以降、来たる世界崩壊を食い止めるべく、人間世界とデジモンが住むデジタルワールド。
Yeah, and she's a girl, he's a boy, and he tries to do boy stuff to her, if you understand what I mean, even though he's fixed. And we get really angry at him when he does that. So I always have to watch that he doesn't get a little nutso.
また物語は今作オリジナルの内容となっていますので、シリーズ前作のファンの皆さんもこれから初めてデジモンゲームを遊ぶ方も
This one looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty good one.
中では賑やかな新宿、秋葉原とデジタルワールドの様々なエリアを行き来します。前作デジモンストーリーシリーズではデジタルワールドへ行くことはほとんどなく、その手前の電脳世界と人間世界との行き来が主でしたが、これまでにない繊細な表現で描かれたデジタルワールドを訪れ、
Like I said, I think they brought the game series in the right direction. They're not trying to compete with Pokemon. They're doing their own thing. Well, they've always done their own thing with like Digimon World and whatnot. But it's not on Switch. God damn it.
個性豊かなキャラクターたちとの出会いが皆さんの冒険に彩りを与えてくれるはずです。もちろん RPG にはバトルが欠かせません。モンスター育成ゲームでは
You're a funny Canadian chick, man.
ダメージの変化は本作では基本的に種族、属性の組み合わせで
Oh my god.
種族はワクチン、ウイルス、データのほか
Yeah, I've said that before, Alex. I think we said it the last time you were in the stream too. I really have a feeling that that's what's happening. It's that Nintendo, I think, is asking them to hold back to bolster their first few directs. Because obviously, if everyone knows about it, and then all Nintendo does is show it again, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, this direct was crap. We already knew about all this. Oh, this is garbage." You guys know how it is. While if we know the games are coming out, but they're just not confirmed for Switch, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, this was the best ever. All the games we wanted are coming to Switch." No. I'm really hoping.
デジモンの最大の魅力の一つは進化ルートが一本線ではないことです。一体のデジモンから様々な形態に進化できるだけでなく、他の進化経路の解放や成長限界に達した際にあえて退化する選択も可能です。
But these aren't new features. Like, I'm glad they're going over this stuff for people that haven't played the others, but this isn't really new. The whole Digivolve stuff and Digivolve, I think for people who've played Digimon before, this is all like stuff we already know about the series. And although it hasn't been in every game, it's been in enough that it's not going to be like a totally new concept to anyone. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to hit Switch 2 as well. It's just we're getting really close to the release dates of some of these games. But you're right, it could come out later.
次はデジモンたちが住む世界についてお話ししていきます。 これは主人公一行が初めて訪れるデジタルワールドイリアスの街セントラルタウンです。街中はデジモンで溢れており、冒険に必要なアイテムを入手できるショップやデジモンたちが集うちょっとおしゃれなバーもあります。主人公はここでこの街を治めるメルクリモンというデジモンから電波塔の異常を調査する。
And I said the same thing about the Capcom thing this week. They're going a little bit too long with this trailer.
立体感ある構造や密度感。
Especially for a subtitled section, most people are not going to keep reading this long. Like, attention spans are lower and lower. Yes, I do feel rested. Yes, I do. Like I said, I'm getting back into the flow of things. You guys have gotten almost a video a day since I got back on Sunday. And there's videos coming today. I'm going to get into the shorts too. The shorts are going to start coming out more regularly. And I'm actually going to start doing different things with the shorts. And we're continuing Wind Waker tonight. Like, unless something major happens where I can't make it, Wednesdays is going to be our Wind Waker nights.
他にどのようなデジモンが仲間になっているか次第でもカスタマイズの方向性は変わってくるでしょう。パーティーは6体のデジモンによって構成され、
Yeah, we started it 2 weeks ago, and we're going to be continuing it.
さらに物語の中心となる
You like the unboxings? I'm glad. They sometimes grow over times. There are videos that don't do super well at the beginning, but sometimes over time they grow a bit, especially if some of the versions make it out in the wild, like at VGP and stuff. People check it out to see if they want to buy them.
バトルでは種族と属性の相性が非常に重要です。敵デジモンとの相性が悪ければ、
honestly, I find this a really nice,
交代は自分のターンであれば、
like, deluxe edition.
何度も行うことが可能ですので、慎重にバトルを進めていきましょう。戦闘に勝利すると敵デジモンのスキャン率が上昇、100% 以上になることでコンバートし、新たな仲間デジモンを生み出すことが可能です。
Man, I wasn't expecting this showcase to be more than an hour long. I'm actually surprised we're still going. It's fine. I have nothing like planned, so we're good. But I find it weird that this is actually more than an hour long.
基本的にはこの逆境に真っ向から立ち向かわなくてはならないのですが、ちょっとした隠し要素として特定のデジモンをパーティーに入れておくことで相手の回復を防ぐことが可能にもなっています。
Like they're talking about tactics about specific bad bosses. It's so weird.
敵デジモンの弱点を突くことでクロスアーツゲージを早く貯めることができるため、この点においてもやはり敵との相性コントロールは重要になってきます。これまでの知識と経験、そしてデジモンたちとの絆を総動員し、
Well, Digimon in Japan is a much bigger franchise than it is in the West. So it is one of their big game franchises in Japan. And it's getting bigger, I find, in the West. Like, I think it's picked up over the last, like, 5 years. But it's definitely even bigger for them in Japan.
本日披露したゲームパートは今後のイベントでも使用できるようになりますので、ぜひご期待ください。本作は PlayStation 5、Xbox シリーズ XS、Steam にて予約受付中です。皆さんがどんなデジモンと絆を紡いで冒険していくのか、この目で見れる日を心から楽しみにしています。ちなみに私はパタモンを選んで、いずれはゴッドドラモンへ進化させることが確定しています。本日はどうもありがとうございました。
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you so much, Hara-san, for that in-depth look. Digimon Story Time Stranger will be launching on October 3rd, 2025. Look out for a playable demo at upcoming events.
This is very Pokemon Presents.
And that is all for today's presentation.
Damn.
Thank you, Connor, for joining me today, and thank you to
Damn, man. None of the big things I wanted.
To you as well, Sydney, and to our viewers. And remember, if you're a fan of any of the games that you saw today, be sure to follow any of the Bandai Namco Entertainment social media.
Like, no update on Elden Ring for the Switch. No Tekken coming to the Switch. By Switch, I'm talking Switch 2. No shadow drops.
Okay, gamers. Well, thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you all next time.
let's kill the music here. Yeah, so that is the showcase, guys. Yeah, it felt like to me it feels like a C. Like, I'm not gonna say it's like a D or an E, because like there were some good games, some good franchises. Problem is like I found nothing was like, I didn't have like a oh my god moment. And I really didn't like the way they presented a lot of these games. And I personally think like Patapon, they did the absolute worst freaking possible way of presenting that game. Like, I'm like trying to recall every like announcement in this, and yeah, it's like just okay. And look, we Death Note Killer Within, meh. Code Vein 2, it looked fine, but it's not confirmed for Switch yet. Digimon Story Time Stranger, look, I was already convinced. I just really didn't like their presentation. They went way too in depth on stuff that like you don't like. These aren't things that are going to make someone pick up the game, in my opinion. Everybody's Golf Hotshots look cool. Not gonna lie, looks cool, looks fun. My Hero Academia, I really needed to see gameplay. Little Nightmares 3, I was already excited about it, and I'm going to say, like, this did nothing to change my level of excitement towards the game. Like, it isn't any higher or any lower, but we did get a confirmation that there's going to be a separate Switch 2 version from a Switch 1 version. We can take that as a win. Patapon 1+2 Replay, I'm super excited for it, but they did a terrible job of explaining why the game is cool. They did a terrible freaking job about it. Like really, really bad. Shadow Labyrinth still looks cool. They really didn't show us anything new. And they basically showed us one boss fight the whole time. Like, they did show like little tidbits of other gameplay here when the screen was super small. But when the screen was full screen, they showed us one boss fight. And they showed it to us like from beginning to end. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to see that in a trailer. I don't want to have a boss that I already saw beat completely in a showcase trailer. Like, I'd rather just beat it myself than like see someone beat it in a trailer. Super Robot Wars Y looked cool. Tekken 8, I was really disappointed. All it was the character showcase, and I was really hoping that they were going to surprise us with like, hey, it's coming for Switch 2, boom, at this date. Like I said, I would have dealt with it for being like in 2026. Blood of the Dawnwalker looked cool. I just need to know that it's coming to Switch. And Towa and the Guardians of the Secret Tree, I'm like in between. I'm like, it looks cool, it looks fun. I'm just not sure there's going to be enough fresh and new about it to want me to jump into another isometric viewpoint roguelike. But I'm going to play it. But you understand what I mean? Like, is it going to do something so fresh and new that I'm going to be like, guys, this is worth picking up for everyone who likes roguelikes? That is what you understand what I mean. Like, it could be solid, it could be good, but and I honestly just think they did a really bad job of selling these games. By selling these games, you know what I mean? Like, presenting why should I be buying each game. They did these long explanations, and when you're subtitling explanations, they cannot be long explanations. Like, people are not going to read, like, you're going to watch a subtitled movie or anime, and you're going to watch anime because it's a storyline. It's evolving, it's dialogue and whatnot. But you're not going to, hold on, I'm going to take this off because, oh my God. Let's grab... No, I can't even watch. I'm like, I'm going to play another video in the background. Let's just put up the screen here. I was like, hey, let's play RGT's video in the background, but I'm like, nah. I'm not going to risk the claim. But yeah, so like, seriously, it's like so weird. they like, you can't have someone talking about a game in subtitles for about 10 to 15 minutes and expect people to have full attention on what he's saying for that 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm not like maybe you're gonna say, no, I read it all. I'm just talking about general audience retention stuff. It doesn't work. That's why YouTube is now doing like multi-language dubs for videos, because they were doing multi-language subtitles, but that wasn't catching on. Now that's the reason why there's multi-language dubs on videos, and you can watch videos in multiple languages, dubbed in those languages like automatically, because that's the only way to get people to stay there and retain the information. Like I tried it. If you want to, you can check it out on one of my previous videos. Not the new games video from yesterday. Okay, if anyone does YouTube, I'm gonna teach you something really that I found out yesterday that is a piece of crap about the new system, though. You know how if YouTube identifies a copyright issue, you can, if you're a creator, you notice if YouTube identifies a copyright issue, you can sort of have YouTube automatically edit out the music or the sound that is problematic from the video without having to re-edit it yourself or republish the video. Okay, there's like an option automatic. You just go, like, you say what the copyright problem is, and you say erase song, and it erases just the audio that is problematic while keeping like your voiceover. There's sometimes some little like auditory glitches on your voice when it does that, but it's pretty minor. It works pretty decently, and when you don't have the time to re-edit a video and re-upload it, it's a really fun option. Well, if you enable the multi-language overlay, you lose that option. If YouTube identifies a copyright issue, it can no longer erase the song or mute that part of the trailer because you have multi-language enabled. Because it sort of fucks up the audio that YouTube already overlaid for the video in the multi-languages. So if that happens to you, the only thing you can do is you have to go into your video, you have to delete all the auto dubs that YouTube did. You have to not only deactivate them, you have to delete them from your video, and then you get the option to correct your video back. But the problem is after that, you can't re-enable them. So they need to work on that, because that is a shit system. Like I could deal with deactivating them and then having to like have YouTube like reanalyze the video and regenerate the other languages, but the fact that you lose them completely is stupid. And if YouTube is watching, do something. It makes no sense, because if you look, that's what happened with my new games video. And the worst is I uploaded it 3 hours ahead of time to make sure that YouTube's auto check would catch anything, and I would have time to correct it before I published a video. And it didn't catch it in those 3 hours, and it caught it like an hour and a half after the video went live. So I was stuck like navigating that problem yesterday, and it was just stupid. You know, it's like not the end of the world. I'm not crying. I'm not like, oh my God, my life is over. It's just stupid. It's stupid that I have to do that, and that like there's not a better fix for this. Why? Like, I get why, because probably, like I said, it messes the overlaid audio, but you should have a toggle on-off button and be able to re-enable it after. Because now all my videos for the last, like, I would say, like 2 weeks have multi-language overlays, except that video. So if I do get, like, a regular audience from another region, and all of a sudden they hit that video and they're like, why isn't it not there anymore? It's just gonna, there's a risk I could lose subscribers based on that. I don't think they would do it for just one video, but I mean, for anyone who's a creator, you get the gist of it. It's like, it shouldn't happen. It gives a bad experience. And for some people, it doesn't take a lot to have them like, oh my God, this is, you know, he's not going to do multi-language anymore or something like that. Like, so just when people get used to it, like it F's up, you know, sucks. So I guess that was the Bandai Namco presentation, guys. Solid C for me, man. Solid C. Like, really, it wasn't awful. I didn't like the way they presented things, but they still have some quality games coming that I'm interested in. So it's not like a D or an E either. It's just like a solid C. I can't go higher than that. There's no way I can go higher than that because, like, they didn't have anything that knocked my socks off. And, like, I'd even say, like, a C minus. Like, it's a C minus. It's getting close to the D. That sounds bad. It's getting close to the D. It's getting close to the D because of how, like, bad they presented some of the games. But anyway, hey guys, thank you so much for showing up. We're going to be tuning out now because I'm going to go finish up the video I talked to you guys about earlier in today. And we're going to be putting it out probably in the next hour or two. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think of that video when it does come out. And I hope I'll see you guys in my next video. Oh, and Wind Waker tonight. Don't forget, for anyone who wants to stop by. See you guys.